guys, my name is Romandi and welcome to my review of The Heir by Kiera. So The Heir is a sequel to the Selection trilogy. It takes place 20 years after the one, and yeah, that's all I can give about The Heir. So the Selection series in general, the first three books, it follows a character named America Singer, and she joins this selection where a prince has to pick one out of 35 girls, and that girl would have to be his lovely wedded wife and queen of the country of Heir. And this is also going to be a selection. There's also going to be a selection in this book. I can't talk much about this book if you don't want to be spoiled. So before I start giving a review of this book, I suggest, if you haven't read this book yet, I suggest that you read the Selection trilogy first, and then read this book, and then come back and we'll discuss. If you're still here, let's discuss. So, The Heir, let's talk about the government system in this book, because in this book, the government thing, it's more irritating than the government problem from the previous books. Because here, we all know that 20 years later, the casts are all gone. And you can now have more job opportunities no matter how poor or rich you are, and you can marry whoever you want. But still, there are some people who are like, we want the caste back. The government sucks. The monarchy must be gone. I mean, like why? I mean, that one, of all things, that made me mad. There is a really huge government problem in this book, and seriously, Kiera has to explain what the fuck is going on with this government, with this monarchy. Sorry for swearing. Okay, so yeah, that's my thoughts on the government. I don't know, really. And then there was that part where someone throws an egg at Adeline. I mean, that one made me feel for her. That made me sad. Even though Adeline was kind of annoying, I'll get to that later. That part, why? What is the people's problem? What is their problem? Okay, so now let's talk about the king and queen, Queen America and King Maxon. We all knew that they were gonna be together, right? So yeah, it was kind of nice seeing that they still love each other even though they're already in their 40s. And yeah, their interactions with Adeline, they were sweet and all that. But then they make this horrible decision, and that is to make a selection for Adeline. Instead of 35 girls, 35 guys, 35 suitors. Now, the first thing I think of is why. From what I get from this book, what I get from The Heir, is that the reason why they decided to make a selection for Adeline is because, to entertain them, to entertain the people. Really? I mean, is the government really that messed up at the moment? Why? Of all this, there's so many things you can do to fix the government problem, but their solution to calm down the rebels, the people who are rebelling against the monarchy, is to entertain them by marrying their daughter off to one of those 35 guys? What? I need to cool down for a little bit. Yeah, and honestly, it's like the selection all over again. When I first read the summary, like the little summary at the back, and I realized there was gonna be a selection. I was like, guys, like 35 guys? Like, is this going to be a love 35-sided shape thing? Really? So, yeah. Now we've got that subject cleared up. Now let's talk about the main character, Edley. In the first half of the book, I was kind of annoyed at this character. I mean, some people might have liked her more than America, but for me, I kind of hated her more than America. I mean, not that I hate America, it's just she was more, like, they're both kind of annoying in a way, but Edley was more annoying. Yeah. I mean, in the first half, we have this, like, this thing, like, they talk about the selection with his father and mother, and she's like, this is my life, like, why are you like, what? Like, she's acting like a teenager, like a spoiled, bratty teenager, and I just couldn't handle it. And then, there are these parts where she's, like, being too mean to the guys, like, to the suitors, and then there was this scene where she just, like, she's in front of a camera, and she's like, you may go, to 11 guys. Like, I don't know exactly how Prince Maxon eliminated the girls in his selection, but what I know is that he did that in private. He did not dismiss any of the selection in front of a camera, and that is exactly what Edley did. And I'm like, what? You can't do that. No wonder why one of the guys cried. Like, he cried for an hour, and it's because of what you did. You disgraced those men in front of the camera. But nonetheless, I mean, this book kind of entertained me. I'm looking forward to the next book, if there's going to be a next book, because, like, first of all, I need to know who she ends up with, who Edley ends up with, and also I need a solution. There must be a solution, a good one, to end this government problem. Like, the government really has to be fixed. Okay. Now, on to the selection. Well, from the moment we met Kyle, from the moment Edley bumps into Kyle and they start arguing and stuff, the first thing I thought of is that he's gonna be in the selection, isn't he? And hell yeah, he was. And then we have, like, the other guys from the selection, and I predicted that there's going to be at least one fight between the guys, and at least one guy is going to try to overpower Edley, if you know what I'm saying. And hell yeah, I was right. I never really enjoyed those scenes. Like, really. But not that I didn't like all of the guys from the selection. I mean, there were some really nice ones. We have Henry, the guy who can speak Finnish fluently but can't speak English, and he knows how to cook, and that was really cute. I mean, like, every time he tries to speak, it was really cute. He's kind of like a nice character. I don't know, like, I know that Edwin might probably have to kick him out, but so far he's a really interesting character, and it kind of would make me feel bad if Edley kicks him out, but I know eventually she'll have to kick him out. I don't know, like, who knows. Then we have this guy who works as a lifeguard. What was his name? Forgot his name. Like, he works as a lifeguard, and he made a promise with Edwin about something. Oh yeah, I think he was one of the guys who fought with, that guy who got kicked out, like, during that fight. Yeah, and then he said that he works as a lifeguard. So yeah. I mean, not all of them were bad. Some of them were really nice. Yeah. Okay, now, if there's going to be a new book, I haven't checked if there's going to be a book after the Heir, but if this election ends and Adeline is going to end up with one of the guys, it's my prediction is that she's either going to end up with Kyle or with that guy who worked as a lifeguard. Forgot his name. What was his name? I don't remember. And also, I predict that she's gonna end up with Eric, because why not? I mean, he's not part of this election, but why not? Why not? I mean, he was really a nice character, and he had some really good scenes with Adeline. And I mean, who knows? They might fall in love. Like, it's possible. Nothing's impossible in the book. Anything can happen. So yeah. So that is my review on The Heir. Please comment down below on what you think about the book. Did you like it? Did you not like it? And also, what are your predictions? Who is Adeline gonna marry, or is she not gonna get married at all? So yeah, and while you're at it, please like this video and subscribe. I will see you guys next time with a brand new video. Bye bye!